Alright, week 2's in the books, and we're ready to give the recap, but today I've brought my special guest, Ben Milton, here with me. How are you doing, Ben?
Good, thanks for having me,
Alright, let's jump into it. First, we have Caleb losing to Cayman. That's pretty embarrassing, Caleb. That makes you 0-2.
0-2, Caleb. Valiant effort, though. You made it to triple digits finally this
that
week.
was a big monument for you.
You were down by about 30, came back, tied the score, and then Jeremy Langford fumbles, and you lose by 2.
I mean, it was Cooks last week, Caleb. It's Langford this week. Who's it going to be next week? Are you going to get a win? Probably not.
Caleb, you hated your team while drafting. You complained the whole time. And now, I understand why now, but you got to get it done. You can't just quit. What's the point of playing if you're just going to quit?
Next, we have Ben beating Deaky. Ben, I'm proud of you for that one. You know, you're 2-0 this season. That's more wins than you've had all of last year.
Well, that's not entirely accurate, but that is 4 straight against Evan Deaky. He can't figure me out. He just continues to lose, and if he could beat me last year, he's not going to win very much this year.
And I broke Deaky's hand over the summer, so we're both kind of winners in this, aren't we, Ben?
Agreed.
Next, we have the shootout of a game, Quinn versus Hayden.
Barn burner, 85-81. Hayden pulls it out for the win with his running back scoring combined 6 points.
What does that say about Quinn's team?
Shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much all. It's just summed up in one word. There you go.
Good news, Hayden, though. AP's out for the year, and you have a trusty, healthy backup in Jamal Charles. He's healthy, right? He works out.
Yeah, we'll see if he ever plays a week this entire year.
Yep.
Next, we have Landon's team crushing Christian Thomas. Now, Landon, your team played well last week. Your team played very well this week. And that would make you 2-0. So that's me, you, and Ben are the only ones who are undefeated yet this year. And I am ready for the matchup against you to put your team down where it belongs.
And see, Tom, you know what? You may be in my mom, but you're not in the win column. That's for damn sure.
Oh, that certainly is true, Ben. It truly is a funny observation. Next, we have Mason losing to Dawson.
Did not see this one coming.
I did.
Dawson, I thought your team was terrible week 1.
Oh, it
I thought
was.
overall, I did not think you were going to win this week, nor ever, except maybe against Matt, but we'll get to that later. Your running back scored 2 points. 2 points. And you somehow pulled the win against Mason, who's a perennial powerhouse, and he is now 0-2. And I just don't see... Mason, you bounced back before. I hope to see you bounce back again this year, because this is just embarrassing at this point.
You were so high on Michael Thomas, he did nothing for you, and you let someone who had 2 points with a running back beat you. That's just really, really embarrassing, and I feel sorry for you, honestly. Next, we have me absolutely sticking it to Matt, and
not surprising.
Yep. I mean, I scored the highest this week. I scored the second highest last week. That obviously means my team's the best in the league, and I'm going to win the whole thing, you know?
Well, we're not going to go that far yet, but we will say
well, you got to keep in mind, I have not had my first-round draft pick play yet, and the best running back in the league. And I'm doing all this without him, so, I mean, it's inevitable fate at this point.
We can't determine who's the best yet, but I can determine who's the worst, and that is
Matt Ramage. Oh my god, that midget.
You know, I agree with him last week. Your team sucks ass. You drafted Cam and the Broncos defense.
Broncos is your second best player, Matt. We figured it out. We tried, and we were analyzing your whole team and determined that the Broncos are going to score the second highest on your team this year.
You will never score this high again for the rest of the year.
I mean, your team did well. You scored upper 130s. I mean, that's about as good as you could ever hope for with a team like that, but it's not going to be a match to my 150. You may have beaten a few people this week, but you still end up with a loss, so my prediction is right that you're not going to win a game so far this year. And it's not looking good for you.
You know you've ridden projections for the last 4 or 5 years and somehow done well. And finally, your record is reflecting your knowledge on football, and that is 0.
So that makes Matt, Caleb, and Mason the only people that have yet to win a game. And, you know, it's pathetic. You need to get out of our league if you can't win. I mean, what else are you supposed to do at this point? Well,
quit.
That's week 2 wrapped up for you, and we're looking forward to getting to you next week also.